And also, why the fuck are we in like some bombed out version of Iraq? You know, I don't know if this is true, but I read some fucking story that like they surveyed a bunch of Americans and like 60% agreed that they wanted to bomb this town just off name alone, not knowing it was the fucking town from Aladdin. So there are fucking drone strikes incoming, and you're like, no, let's go to here instead of the fucking Halloween town with the pudgy little sack man and Santa. You know, let's go to the shitty fucking early 2000s movie about the Prince of Persia without the grittiness, cool, the attitude, or the time thing. Oh, yeah, but Robin Williams was in it. You know what? Robin Williams fucking hated this role, okay, you dumb cunt? He fucking despised the fact that he was in this movie, and Disney tried to fuck him over at every chance they got. So don't give me that, oh, Robin Williams is in it shit. Fuck you. Robin Williams hated this, and so should you. Who are you to argue with one of the greatest comedians of all time?
Are you good?
You're doing the Valor form for that, you fucking pussy? It was 3 guys.
This is wisdom, dude.
Whatever. Same shit, different anus.
Hello?
Oh, yeah, it's wisdom. I could just skate around instead of hitting around.
I mean, yeah.
It's different, I swear. Just like vanilla and vanilla are different.
Vanilla and vanilla are different.
Yeah, vanilla.
Congratulations, you did it.
Exactly. It's not even a. It's hardly even a second name. Why is it blue?
Because it's wisdom.
Where are they all coming from?
What do you like?
I'm trying to find more things to bitch about. Why is the bird named Diago?
Actually, I don't know.
What fucking kid is gonna get the fucking Othello reference?
Maybe that's why they named it Diago.
Because of Othello?
Probably.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't, but is the bird an asshole?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah.
Like, the bird's a raging asshole.
Yeah, so was Iago. But
God, you ranting threw me off. I was like, oh, I see. I did choose wrong. I mean, I knew I choose wrong because Halloween Town's vastly superior.
exactly. There's fucking spooks and frights and shit, and you're like, no. Let's go to fucking Afghanistan.
Well, there's a reason why. There's a reason why I went here first.
I don't know. Probably you get some shitty item. You get the key of fucking the nuke. Yeah, the key is just the launch codes for the U.S. nuclear system.
So I do want to check real quick on our Yes, please.
Cool. Is Syriaville? Is that what we're doing now?
Hello. Well, I'll take the combo plus. Yes, please. But no, I wanted to get this. It's
shittier.
Yeah. Never mind. I want to equip it on here.
What's that do?
It makes it so
Whoa. Okay, so.
Oh, dicks.
What about orbs?
What about orbs?
Yeah. You're equipping it, but it seems like it just gives you orbs.
It draws the nearby orbs. That's its ability. Like how this one has air combo boost.
Okay, but what the fuck does that do?
It makes it so you have another combo into your
No, orbs! You could just run over and pick it up.
Yeah, it's kind of a useless ability.
Then why are you equipping it?
I didn't.
Yes, you did. You equipped it in your Valor.
That was a combo plus. Like this. That's what.
No, the fucking you equipped the sword.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. For your Valor.
Oh, yeah, my Valor, but like it does more damage.
Okay, it made it sound like in Valor form you're just like, I need orbs.
No, there's a method to my madness.
No, there isn't.
I mean, true, but come on, man.
No.
Like, give me a break.
No, I'm just gonna bitch. That's
yeah,
the
you are.
entirety of this. You know, yesterday when I was at work, like 4 people called me out for being really pissed off.
I mean,
some fat guy with like a fucking wife beater and a shitty shoulder tattoo and a goatee was bringing in all his shitty fucking Bud Light and Ice House cans. So and he stops my boss when I'm right next to him and is like, oh, tell your employees to empty this. Because blah blah blah, it's gonna be super fucking full after I get done with it. And so my boss like, you heard him. So I go and empty it. And he expects me to be like overly happy. He's like, oh yeah, and I don't even talk.
Yeah.
And then, what was it? He tells me, fucked you?
No, I just didn't get synthesize the right thing. Where am I supposed to go again?
Sure
They'll forgive. I get it now. Okay, cool.
Shit, and then I'm all pissed off because I don't know why. I was just really pissed off.
I mean, aren't you normally?
And like this fat fucking trailer trash piece of shit decides to tell me because I'm all pissed off. I'm not even saying anything. I'm just listening to music while taking bottles out. That I should cheer up and cheer up. It's only Friday. Save some excitement for the rest of the week. Took me everything in my power not to yell. Why don't you just cheer up and stop beating your wife, you piece of shit? Fucking Ice House.
Do you think he'd like beat the shit out of you if you said that?
He couldn't if he tried.
Because they have like multiple witnesses? Yeah.
No, because I could take him.
Oh, that too.
I'm a big guy and I know how to fight.
I don't.
These are trailer trash pieces of shit.
Yeah, the only thing they're good at is drinking beer.
Yeah, and even that they're arguably suck at. So like, whatever.
Sorry about like grabbing all these treasure chests. It's just literally ingrained.
It's just that we hate you and we want you to be bored. Fuck you.
Okay, okay, wow, okay. It's just so ingrained into my memory that I just do it by habit. But fuck you too, I guess.
That's how he masturbates in his sleep.
Yeah, I masturbate in my sleep by just going like, oh man, I can't wait to grab that treasure chest.
No, just by like habit and memory. You're like, oh, this is about like if you sleep early, you just start spanking in your sleep.
I wonder if someone has done that.
Probably.
It's
It's probably pretty ingrained in some people.
Is sleep masturbation a thing?
But,
I don't know. I'm almost 100% sure it's been done.
But like, you're unconsciously doing it, like whipping out your dick and just masturbating in your sleep.
Yeah, well, not. It's like you naturally like how sometimes you grab your dick without noticing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's like that, and I'm sure some people just spanked it off while thinking of this bitch.
Probably. Like, Roof 34 has probably made a lot of.
Why hasn't Sora been like, you know what, all these hot ladies, if you want my fucking help, bend over, pull them down.
It's because he already has a girl.
Does he? Is it that Kylie cunt?
Yeah.
What if he doesn't
Wow.
Isn't
Okay.
she dead?
No.
Oh,
She's alive.
Where is she?
Fucking Twilight Town or Destiny Islands or whatever the fuck.
Iago, quick,
Because apparently Twilight Town was literally like
and I'll warn the guards and everyone
out
in the palace.
out off to on the shores
Iago's not.
near Destiny Island, which Destiny Island was the first area in the Kingdom Hearts 1 game.
Ow, fuck.
Nice move.
Maybe it's
I mean, yes, my brain hurts too whenever I try to
No, I was
make
whipping my
it.
head back and forth and I cracked my neck twice.
I mean, you can crack it permanently.
Oh, did I ever tell you I almost killed my friend by doing that?
Good idea.
What is with you
I
and
wonder
killing?
what he's been doing.
This is... He was like, oh, my neck hurts, and I'm like, okay. He's like, oh, can you do some, like, chiropractic shit? And I'm like, no, I'm not trained or anything. And he's like, oh, you'll be fine.
Hi, Sora.
Just, like, put your hand right here and crack my neck.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, okay, sure. And I do that as a joke, and then I start, like, waving my hands around his face really fast. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And he, like, does something to pull me back, and I accidentally almost grab his neck and snap it.
That would have been a weird story to tell. No, no, officer. I unintentionally snapped his neck, you see?
Well, no, he was telling me to, like, snap his neck in a very similar way. And so, like, after he did that, I, like, did it. Like, I tried to do that thing that he wanted. But I almost did it, so he broke his neck.
Sorry about
He just
earlier.
looks at me, he's like, oh, I'm so much pain.
What happened?
And I'm like, oh my
You know,
god.
Boo,
He was
couldn't
fine.
keep his paws off that lamp.
But it's just like, oh, god damn it.
Yeah. I also almost killed him by blowing him off a
Talking
truck.
your way out of this one.
Alright, he's almost killed me quite a few times.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I guess that is fair.
He hit a kid so hard in football that the kid went blind.
Oh, that guy.
This guy was not really a saint. So, he also broke like 3 kids' legs.
Well, I mean, broken legs can be healed.
Like, shattered.
Broken legs can be healed.
Yeah, so could the fucking, like, mild, like, neck cramp I gave him. But, like, yeah, I felt super bad, because, like, you know, everybody's like, oh, I want to ride in the back of your truck. And so I did, like, a trick, and I was doing, like, I was pumping the gas and the brakes. And my foot slipped off the brakes, so we just jetted forward. And he almost flew out the side. He was super pissed off.
Oh, dude, that reminds me of this one time when Giant and I were riding our bikes. This was like back in middle school.
Yeah.
And we were riding our bikes on a trail in around the area that we live in. And so he was riding ahead of me, and I wasn't paying attention, and I just see him slow down, and I'm like, huh, weird. And we're going up on one of those parts in the trail to where, like, you know, there's a street and then the trail continues on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, I realized why he stopped. Because there was a car coming. And so this poor lady sees me panic, hit my brakes, I fly forward like in front of my bike, in front of her car. I probably made her shit herself that day.
Yeah.
Because all she sees is just a middle school kid just boom right in front of her car. And I just casually get up, I'm like, hey! And then I just walk back. My hands were bleeding
Glad to
profusely.
see you're always stupid. I had a similar-ish thing, though.
Oh, glad to see you're fucking stupid.
I
Hey,
said
let me
we're
talk.
always stupid.
Good.
That doesn't change the context, though. But, okay, so, like, one time, I had, like, four-wheelers and shit in a wagon, and so we tied the wagon to the back of my four-wheeler. And one of my friends, like, he was like, oh, pull me around in the back. And I'm like, okay. And I went super slow and, like, careful. Then he's like, oh, I'll do it to you. And I'm like, no, it's cool. I've been riding these for years, and this is your first time. He's like, oh, you're fine. And I'm like, okay. And he goes super slow to begin with. But when we're going up this steep-ass rocky hill, he decides to floor it. And so the wagon flips upside down in the air and smacks me against the fucking pavement and drags me a bit because I get caught on it, you know?
Oh. I figured. Now I remember where to go.
Like, an actual giant rock shard was just in my knee, and I still have a scar from it. I like, got up, started crying, and ran. He's like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, you fucking asshole! I told you I didn't want to fucking do this!
Dude, freaking, okay, when I was like 5 to 6 years old,
Yeah?
I was hanging out with my cousins, and I saw them, like, because we were at a mall,
Yeah.
and I just saw them sliding across the sidewalk, and they had pants on, and they were just sliding across, you know, the normal, like, dumb kid thing. They're like, haha, I can slide. Well, I had shorts on, and I was like, oh, this looks cool, and so I went to go do the same thing.
Oh, God.
I get up, my knees were bleeding, like, profusely, and I just start bawling my eyes out. My mom comes from the store going like, oh my gosh, she just sees my knees bleeding. And just like carries me to the car. And I had to skip school because of how much they were bleeding.
Jesus Christ. Dude, when I was a kid, I did so much dumb shit that got me hurt. Like, me and my cousins played this retarded-ass game. It was who could jump off the most amount of stairs.
Oh, God.
So it's like 1, you know, that's no big deal. 2, 3, 4, you started getting a little scared.
Yeah.
And so I remember once I had a dream where I just ran to the top and just jumped down my entire set of stairs. And, yeah.
Wait, like, those set of stairs?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because we played there. I never jumped off the top, but I got pretty fucking close, too.
But let me just say, when you're a kid, you're like freaking invincible.
Yeah, until you're not.
Oh, you know what I mean, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're like, you don't feel as much pain.
Well, you do. It's just you kind of get over it easier because your body heals a lot faster, I think.
Yeah, and like now it's just like you bumped your shoulder.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, for me it's what fucking I learned my mortality really fucking young because okay, I had a really bad tonsil problem. And so I had to get surgery to take them out. And it was like more complicated than the rest, so they had to do some minor throat surgery too beyond just the tonsils.
Yeah.
And so he stitches me up. Like 3 days later, my parents throw this huge ass Easter party. I don't know if I already told this.
I don't think so.
And it's this exact room. I run in because I started feeling really sick. I run to my lord's mom, which is I guess kind of my aunt. It's a weird family dynamic. He's like a second cousin. I don't know what the fuck that makes his mom to me, but you know.
I hope it's something.
Yeah, so there I was like, I don't feel so good. And she's like, what's wrong? And I just puke up like a giant amount of blood.
Ma'am, I don't feel so good. Disappears.
No, it's like, no, it's like I really don't feel so good. And she's like, oh, what's wrong? It's like a cartoon. Me, without saying a word, just pukes up blood. That. And then I fall because, you know, I've never seen so much blood and it being my own.
Oh, so like you weren't used to it?
I wasn't used to it. I've never seen that much blood. And the fact that it was my own blood freaked me out.
Yeah.
And the fact that I lost a fuckload of blood.
You're like, well, shit.
Yeah, so I like fall to my knees and like just fall on the ground stomach first.
No, fatty white.
And I just keep on puking. Like, I think I puked once when I was on my knees, or like my hands and knees, and then fell again because I was so weak. But I'm just lying in a giant pool of my own blood. And I remember thinking, well, shit.
Well, shit, this is my life.
Like, I wasn't hysterical. I was like, am I gonna die? And she like runs and gets my fucking parents. And my dad and mom just come down, and I'm fucking bleeding from the mouth. Just in a giant, like, there used to be a stain. It was like this big of my own fucking blood.
God damn, dude.
So my dad runs, he gets the van, he puts it to the back door, and my mom wraps me in a blanket. And she, like, puts me in the back, because I guess they thought that with the ambulances not really knowing where my house was, that it'd be faster if they drove me. So they drove me to the hospital, and I remember faint memories, like really, really blurry, of me looking up and out, and just seeing, like, the road flying by. And apparently I lost enough blood that they immediately started drawing some from my mom and dad.
Holy shit!
Hoping I was... Because, yeah, like, I had passed out. I had lost way too much blood for a kid to lose.
I didn't know you lost that huge amount of blood.
It was intense. I don't think they had to end up using it because I was just at the line where it'd be okay if I didn't get a blood transplant. Or like, alright, if I were like a minute later, I would have needed one because of just how much blood. And the reason I was puking is because the slit was in the inside of the bottom of my throat, so it was just dripping into my stomach. And if you drink a pint of blood, you start throwing up.
Oh!
And I think you can only lose like 3 pints of blood.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, you know, I think I lost like 2 or so. And then they were like, okay. And I remember, I'm pretty sure this was the same time because I used to go to the hospital a decent amount when I was a kid.
Yeah, sorry. I had to equip that ability because the ability Leaf Bracer that we just got makes it so that we get iframes when we heal.
Cool. But yeah, so as I was saying, I remember, I'm pretty sure it was the same time, this nurse, she like held up 4 chapsticks in front of my face, and she's like, which one smells nicest? And it was like just after I've woken up from my fucking catatonic state of losing so much blood.
God damn it, Sora!
I physically cannot see. Like, everything is super shaky, you know? Like how in movies after a bomb hits someone.
Oh shit!
And she's like, which chapstick smells the best? And, like, I was like, grape. And she's like, that wasn't an option, honey. And so I just pointed to a random one, because I'm like, even as a kid, I'm like, this is fucking asinine. It could smell like fucking pubic hair and ass. Just make sure I don't die, please.
Oh, those dodge skills.
And so, like, then she's like, okay, and she put a mask on me. And then, like, it smelled, they pumped me with this gas that smelled exactly like the fucking chapstick did. And my first thought was, I made the wrong fucking choice. This smells like ass. It smelled like, it was like, you know how cough syrup tastes? Like cherry cough syrup?
Yeah, I never
That
had
was that
issue.
smell.
I never had that smell or taste issue.
Oh, it fucked me up. And so
I started seeing things. It wasn't great.
no, literally, like, I was already fucking almost blind at this point. And so she's like, oh yeah. And I do that, and I'm like,
Help me.
And I remember passing out, and I woke up like 2 days later because I was on so much pain meds and shit, and like I lost so much blood that my memories from that time are just super fucked.
Yeah.
So,
Owie.
so that like
I did it, guys.
it's hard to explain, but I remember 2 days later waking up, and I was just watching the Power Rangers, like super zoned out, and I only came to when my parents walked in, and I was like, what happened? And they explained to me that when I got my tonsil surgery, the doctor fucked up, and he didn't stitch my throat right.
Wait, what?
So all my stitches like ripped open during the Easter party when I was running around and playing. So I just started puking up blood, and then like 3 years later, they told me, because they didn't, you know, they wanted me to think I was special and shit.
Yeah.
They told me, again, it was like 3 years later, that me almost dying had such a little damper on the party. The next, like 6 hours after my parents had rushed me to the hospital, somebody had thought to call, like, oh, where are you guys? The party's great. And my mom had to explain to, like, it was another one who's like my aunt, but not really, that I'm fucking, like, in a hospital, almost dead. And they're like, oh, shit.
Well,
and apparently nobody fucking did anything about the blood. There was just this giant, dried pool of fucking cracked blood with my silhouette in it, like I was making a goddamn twisted snow angel.
jeez.
And nobody did it. And you're trying to end the episode, but I'm continuing this motherfucker.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Fuck it, we out.